Indiana Pacers back in the conference finals, first time in a decade.
The trailer. That's it. The Timberwolves have knocked out the defending champion Denver Nuggets. They are advancing to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in 20 years.
Against the Dallas Mavericks, early thoughts on playing the Mavs?
It's going to be fun, man. You know, my matchup going to be Kyrie, so that's going to be fun. We're going to see what I can do versus him.
Oh my gosh, guys. These NBA playoffs have been insane. What's up, everybody on YouTube? AJ Brest back to discuss another video. You see the title of this video. Yes, I mean it. Standing on business saying this. These 2024 NBA playoffs have been the best since 2016. And that might be a crazy thing to say to some people, but that Nuggets and Timberwolves series alone, that tops everything. I don't think there will be a better series than that. I made a video about it saying that it was going to be a great series, and lo and behold, we saw it go to a Game 7 in Denver, and the Timberwolves won. That's crazy. And they had the biggest Game 7 comeback in NBA playoff history, coming back from behind 15 or 20 points, I believe, at some point. That's crazy. But we're not just only talking about that series, which was sensational, but the potential matchups that we have, and we're getting Luka and Kyrie against Anthony Edwards in the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's going to be great. And then also on the Eastern Conference side, it looked like the Knicks were going to win the series. Of course, Jalen Brunson getting hurt in Game 7, that compromised a lot of things for the Knicks, and really all the injuries that they had. Bogdanovich, obviously Julius Randle earlier in the season, OG Anunoby, Mitchell Robinson, they were injury plagued, but they fought hard. But the Pacers going to the conference finals against Boston, hey, that's going to be lit as well. So it's just really a lot to take in from these playoffs. A lot of great matchups, and really this Final Four going into the conference finals for the Eastern and Western Conference is going to be sensational. And these playoffs have been great. Now I know what you guys are gonna say. Man, we've had some good playoffs over the years. Of course, the bubble. Some people look at the bubble differently. I think it was good, but I still don't think it was close to as good. Even as this year, 2019 when the Raptors won, a lot of people were happy because the Warriors era with Kevin Durant essentially ended then, and things of that nature. And then also in 2016, that season was arguably the greatest season that we've seen, period. Going from the All-Star break, having Zach LaVine in the Aaron Gordon dunk contest, amazing. Then Kobe's last season and having a 60-point game. Then the Warriors going 73-9. Then going into the playoffs, which I'm comparing to these playoffs, you had the Thunder go against the Warriors, which is crazy, and then ultimately that led to KD signing with the Warriors a few months later, which is still crazy to me. I didn't like the move, but it's whatever. And then the NBA Finals that year, which I'm already gonna say this, the NBA Finals for 2024 won't even be remotely close to the Timberwolves and Nuggets series, let alone the Cavs and Warriors series from 2016. But I'm comparing postseason in terms of the electricity, the excitement, the anticipation, and really just the hype behind the whole playoffs, because it's been amazing. And I'm looking forward to the finals. But that second round series between the Nuggets and Timberwolves, guys, I don't think we'll ever see anything like it again in terms of a second round matchup, and it's really just a launch point into the rest of the postseason. But yeah, guys, before I elaborate even more, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe and turn on post notifications. You know what we post about here: sports, lifestyle, pop culture, NBA, NFL, Marvel, DC videos, pop culture, all things of that nature. Let's talk about these playoffs even more, guys. So why am I saying that this postseason is as good? First of all, the Western Conference alone, I talked about this in countless of videos, a gauntlet. Everything was so close. The Rockets as an 11th seed, they had a 500 record. That shows you how great the Western Conference was. There were 5 teams in the Western Conference who had over 50 wins, let alone right there. That says how great competition was in the West. And just in general, obviously the Western Conference has been inferior to the West for a while now. And really the East has been a cakewalk for the Celtics, especially considering the teams that they're going with and the injuries they dealt with compared to teams in the West. But those are two factors as well. Low-key, you compare the Celtics with how LeBron dominated the East in his 10-year run, but really it was different because it was LeBron. It wasn't just the whole Celtics team, because yes, Tatum is the best player, but that team is really stacked, having Drew Holiday, having Derek White, having Porzingis when healthy. Obviously he isn't healthy for the first 2 games of the Eastern Conference Finals, and we'll see how that goes. That's why I'm saying Indiana going against the Celtics, that's going to be intriguing. But I will say this though, if the Pacers were to somehow miraculously beat the Celtics in the conference finals, I don't think that they'll beat either the Mavericks or the Timberwolves. And I'm not saying that about the Pacers to discredit them at all, because Tyrese, he cooked in Game 7 and he's been great all this season and last year, being a 2-time All-Star now, and he got picked to the Olympic team for a reason, even though I disagree with him being on there over Kyrie, but it is what it is. And TJ McConnell has stepped up for them off the bench, playing inspired basketball as a small guard. I love it. Neesmith playing great, Obi Toppin playing great, Miles Turner, Siakam has been a huge addition for them. The Pacers, they deserve all the respect in the world, but I just don't think that they would really be a contest, especially if the Timberwolves were to make the finals. Like, in my opinion, a lot of people have said this, I think that the winner out of the Nuggets and the T-Wolves will potentially win the finals. And as a Luka fan, I'm hoping that's not the case. I just saw Anthony Edwards' post-game interview with the TNT crew. He said he's going to guard Kyrie. We'll see. That's that's a challenge for sure. I mean, Ant's not gonna duck any smoke. Love the competitor that he is, but man, it's gonna be an interesting matchup. And that's why it's so good, guys. We haven't seen high level basketball like this, in my opinion, in a while. Last season, I mean, of course, the last few playoffs have been great. In the Western Conference Finals last year, we saw the Lakers get swept. Obviously, we don't want that. We want it to be a longer series, but all those games were close. And we saw that when the Lakers played against the Nuggets in the first round, it was still close, but the Nuggets still prevailed. But it's really wild. They also said something about during the game between the Nuggets and Timberwolves that it's been 5 years since the defending champions went to the conference finals, and that continues this year because the Nuggets didn't make it back, and that's insane to me. Like, guys, I'm just so over the moon happy, as you can see, for these playoffs. Like, I haven't been as excited for it in a while. 2016, I remember I was in 8th grade, I believe. That was sensational. This year, being just graduated out of college, it's high level basketball, and a lot of people have been saying all the playoffs haven't been as good lately and things of that nature of the NBA over the past few years. Well, you're gonna have to check your statement about that now because, like I said, I do think this is the best postseason since 2016. Seeing players like Anthony Edwards step up to the plate and play phenomenal basketball this season has been crazy. Even though the Knicks lost, Jalen Brunson has been playing sensational this entire season. Luka Doncic and Kyrie, have they played together? I remember a lot of people said that duo wouldn't work out last year. Well, look at it now because they're playing amazing together, the best backcourt in the league. You can see the love for each other as brothers for sure, and that whole team just playing for each other. Derek Lively, after losing his mom, just seeing him step into the play as a rookie. Derrick Jones Jr. playing well for that team. PJ Washington as well, Daniel Gafford. That team has played great and persevering. I mean, y'all know me, I'm a Luka fan, so I want him to get a ring, but it's gonna be tough because that Timberwolves defense puts teams in jail for sure. And low-key, when the Nuggets were up by 20, I did think that they were gonna win the game, but it's a game of runs, and the T-Wolves came back on them, and these conference finals on both conferences, but specifically the West, I think it's gonna be a little bit better, but it's gonna be great. And there's not as much excitement, I think, that's been for these playoffs since 2016. But yeah, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna make this video too long. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory what I've said in this video. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying that this season and these playoffs and this postseason in general are on the level of 2016, but it's been the best postseason since then, since 8 years ago, and that season was phenomenal. And we're just seeing beautiful basketball on display. That series between the Nuggets and Timberwolves, it was really like the NBA Finals, honestly. And I do hope that the NBA Finals is great, but I don't think it'll be greater than what we just saw in that second round. Even really between the Knicks and the Pacers too, because that was a really good series as well. So, I mean, we're just eating really good as basketball fans. It's a bittersweet time because less teams are on, but we are gonna have a game on every day, so that's still good. But man, it's just a beautiful time to be a fan of the NBA. I know I posted about the NFL on here too, but the greatest sport in the world, basketball for sure, in my opinion. I mean, I just love it, guys. And let me know what y'all think about these playoffs so far. Do you think that this is the best postseason since 2016? How excited are you for the conference finals and for the NBA finals potentially? Just let me know in the comments down below, guys. As you can see, I am freaking hyped. This is beautiful, guys. We're eating good right now, for sure. I appreciate you guys watching always. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at SwaggyRuss, and also on TikTok at SwaggyRuss02 for cooking videos, shorts, reels, content, things of that nature. More videos are on the way. You know we post about here. You know I have more content on the way, guys. I appreciate the support always. Love y'all. Stay tuned for more. If you're new to the channel, thank you for watching my videos and spending some time watching me. It really makes a difference, and I definitely do appreciate it. Y'all stay tuned for more. Y'all be blessed. God loves you. Y'all have a good one.